Hey guys, welcome back to the Hunter Classic. Today we're going to be out here with the 300 Magnum bolt action rifle. And we're going to be hunting for some whitetail bucks. Now what's really cool about this is because I actually did hunt whitetail bucks in real life with the 300 Magnum. I know you can't call the wild, but here in the Hunter Classic, you can. Well guys, I just want to let you know that we've been hunting for about 20 minutes now, and this is the first deer that I've seen. It's a pretty good buck, to be honest. He's gonna be like a 140, 150s buck. And here he comes. Right there he is. He's a 120 to 145. Really nice looking whitetail buck. Especially considering he's the first one that we've seen so far. And, you know, did he just turn around? Okay then. I put out 2 or 3 calls, so I would have thought for sure he would keep coming this way. It's a really cool looking buck though. He's one of those, he has a pretty wide rack, but his tines are really short. We'll just be patient until he comes out. You know, for a game being, I think this game's about 11 years old, the graphics aren't half bad. To be honest, when I first played this game, that's the reason why I like this game, because the graphics were really good. But I started playing this probably like 6 or 7 years ago. Yeah, I really do enjoy hunting Regaro Bayou quite a bit for whitetail. It's, I mean, it's a really thick swamp, but then there's opening areas where you can see pretty far. Of course, it's pretty thick in some areas, as you can see this buck coming in here through pretty much every bush that's in the area. But he should be about in the open. Really? You're gonna turn right back into the bush and stop right behind the bush. That's a pretty good weight though. 90 to 100 is pretty much about as big as they get. And with the rack like that, it's not a bad buck. So I'm not really in a hurry. I'm just gonna wait until he slows down and try and hit him in the front shoulder. Although he is getting pretty close. Wow. Good thing we had the 300, because if we had anything else, that probably would have been straight intestine and he would have ran a pretty good ways. But I think we ended up getting liver and intestine, which is still, I mean, a pretty good shot, but considering he was so close. Yeah, not a bad buck. I would say like a 140s. And that was actually, in fact, straight intestine. 138.4. Kind of a rare scoring whitetail buck. That's actually a really cool picture right there. A nice swamp buck taken down with a 300 Magnum. Yeah, I like that a lot. Yeah, just so you can see, here's some of the graphics right here. And like I said before, I believe this game is about 11 years old. I think Ron McTwo's been playing it the longest. And then, who cares? Flinter and I started, I think it would have been like 6 years ago probably. So it's been about another 20 minutes now, and though we didn't find a whitetail, we found this guy, a black bear. It looks to be like a chocolate or a cinnamon, and he's about 150 out. But the only thing is, I can hardly see him in this grass. So as soon as we get a chance, we're gonna have to take a shot right in this little pocket right here. Oh, that'll work. Oh, tried for a hard shot. Think we might have been a little bit too low. I mean, still should have got a solid hit on him though. And he just piled up right there. Okay, good. I was a little bit worried that we might have hit too low and only got body, but it looks like we're all right. Like I said, that was a long ways out there. Probably 315 meters, if I'd say. So here's our bear. Let's find out how we did. That was actually a 220 meter liver shot. So I thought we were actually low, but in reality, it looks like we were pretty good. Pretty much right on the money. 17.1 score. And I think it was, oh, that was a blonde. Very cool. So just to give you a little idea on how much we've been hunting and the fact that we've only seen one pretty decent buck and about 2 does and that bear. We started here, and we hunted all the way over to here, and during this whole period, it's been about an hour and a half real time to find that one buck and that bear. That's pretty realistic. But it was also a lot of work to get that buck. Okay guys, so we just fast traveled over to this lodge here, and immediately we got here, we came out to the dock, and we got a buck grunt right over here. Now, what's interesting is I can see a doe right there behind the tree. I don't know if you can see her or not, but maybe if I slide over a little bit. Oh, there you go. Okay, so there's the doe. You can see her right in the middle. About 250 out probably. but we got a buck runt. Like right here somewhere. And I haven't seen the buck yet, so I have no clue how big he is. Alright, so I just got eyes, and it's the smallest buck that I've ever seen on the Hunter Classic. I was sitting here waiting for about 5 minutes for this buck to step out, thinking he might have decent size to him. And yeah, he has decent size, alright. I don't know where, but that is one small whitetail buck. Still gonna take a shot though. Please don't stop behind that tree. Could stop right there though. Well, that's kind of cool. As we're heading over to go get that super tiny buck, we spotted a black bear out here. Another bear, but this is a female. She's, yeah, probably close to 300 out as well. So we'll get out the 300 here. We're gonna try and lay prone on this sort of stump that we have here. You know, it's really cool ever since the render distance increased in this game. You can really see a long, long ways now. Before, there's no way you'd be able to see this black bear out here. Okay, right now she's probably about 220 out. Wait till she stops, put it right behind her head. Should have been solid. Well, here's our buck. I don't know what he's gonna score, but it's probably not gonna be much. Double lunged him at 127, and he's gonna score 52.4. I think we're gonna get like 17 GMs for this thing. 17 GMs for a whitetail buck. That's a pretty small buck, but hey, we'll take it. I was hoping that we would get enough penetration to be able to get some kind of vitals if we missed the neck bone, and we missed it, but we definitely got some vitals, because here she is right here. I ended up getting shoulder blade and right lung at 198 out, but we'll actually end up getting like 49 GMs for that, so that's going to work out pretty nicely. Nice cinnamon. Well, it looks like we have something again other than a whitetail. I've been finding a lot of everything but whitetail. We actually have a male feral hog here, so I think we're going to take a shot on him with the 300. That should do the trick. Ended up with shoulder blade, lung, liver, and intestine, 702, but we're going to get 32 GMs for that, so not bad. And I'm really trying to find some whitetail. I would really like to find some more bucks. Alright guys, so it looks like we finally got eyes on a pretty decent whitetail buck here. Not bad indeed. He looks to be, I mean, it's going to be like a 120s buck, but he's still really wide, cool looking buck. I'll wait till he slows down. Or we won't, because he's going to keep on walking. But he's down. So finally, we got somewhat of a decent buck down on the ground. After a lot of seeing nothing. I mean, mostly just hogs, bear, bobcat. But I'm really trying to find some nice whitetail bucks. Oh, this guy has a cool sticker on the back there. And left lung, liver, stomach, he's going to score 108. So he really didn't score that much. Still get 53 GMs for him though. But I mean, that's a cool looking buck. Yeah. Well, that's kind of cool. We have a bobcat out there at about 220, and it just so happens that we have the AR-223 on us. Oh, I accidentally shot twice. So I held my finger on the mouse and it shot 2 times. The first time it dropped, but it's kind of funny. And right lung shot at 159 meters out. Ended up with 10 GMs out of that, so not bad. Okay guys, you aren't gonna believe this. I was literally about to take a shot on this. There's a really nice black bear here, 18 to 22. Anyways, I glanced over here and I just saw a massive buck right behind that tree. As you can see, he's got a huge rack on him. Man, I've been hunting so hard to try and find a nice buck. And we finally found one. And this guy is a monster. Okay, so it looks like he's slowly working his... Oh my god, look at how wide that buck is. That's got to be like a 23 inside whitetail right there. Holy. I would say he's a big 12 point. Okay, so he's about to step out right there. He's a pretty good ways out there. That might be like a 180 buck right there. You know, if he stopped... Come on, stop. That is a smoked monster buck. Holy. Oh my god, that thing is a giant. I don't even know how big this buck is. We gotta find out. Ended up with a 265 meter left lung shot, and he's gonna score 179.3. That's probably one of my biggest bucks that I've gotten since at least over a year. Man, that thing is an absolute giant whitetail. Yeah, they really don't get much bigger than that. They really don't. 179 scoring, giant wide rack whitetail buck. And we got him with the 300 Magnum at 265 meters out. So before the render update, we never would have seen this buck. But with this new render update, we saw him way out there. All I could see was his rack. I was just about ready to take a shot on the black bear. Had we done that, this giant whitetail would have been gone. Alright guys, welcome back to our trophy lodge, and take a look at our giant whitetail buck we just got with the 300 Magnum. He scored 179.3. That is a giant whitetail buck. You can see this is our buck we got last time. This is a high rack 163. This buck here doesn't have as many tines, and he goes pretty much straight up, so that's a high rack. This buck here is a really wide rack buck. These bucks here are so cool, and they're pretty rare. So I'm very fortunate that we were able to actually find this one, and that we actually didn't accidentally take a shot at that black bear and then spook this giant. But overall, that was a pretty incredible hunt. So that's gonna be it for this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.